Oh, it's gonna go into no signal. Please fix that. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Elgato. Or not, it can go back into... It's probably gonna have a bit of a time with... Oh, it's showing the loading screen on there now. Okay, cool. Are we gonna get audio? Well, the game has to play some audio too. Oh, I'm not getting sound either. Okay. Wait, are these logos just literally silent? Okay, no, my monitor is outputting sound, and it looks like nothing is picking up sound on here. So this might be a bit of a fun time here where I have to go into this and figure out how to fix that. Which means that the device is probably going to be like, I don't know what's going on here. And I'm probably going to have to do some things here and there. Let's try switching the capture audio only. Is that going to do anything? So you're going to get a few instances, to say the least, of the video just jamming here, and I'm probably going to have to restart OBS a couple times. Okay, no, we're getting sound capture now. Okay, cool. I don't have to restart OBS. That's the important part. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. And also, I do need to warn you all. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the big thing, is that all of this is coming together, and that's cool. I'm just talking over this cutscene because I'm not going to give it the dignity because it's Sonic 06. I don't think anybody here is going to really crawl up my ass about that too much. I mean, again, I'm sure there's somebody out there who's like, oh, this is really great how, you know, Sonic the Hedgehog added Kairi and Ifrit.
It's all right.
But, you know, Sonic is a weird series, and as a result, it has a fan base who are into some things that I don't necessarily understand how you could be. Anywho, let me go ahead and tell you all that I've been not streaming. I missed 4 stream sessions in a row, starting from a week ago from Friday, which would be on December 2nd. And I would like to apologize for that. Due to a powerful combination of basically being in a loop of playing Pokemon and then playing Risk of Rain 2, and then playing Pokemon and then playing Risk of Rain 2, I ended up in such a position, and, you know, probably the caffeine addiction probably has something to do with it too, but I also just kind of, I started just falling asleep at like 6 to 7 p.m. and waking up at like 2 to 3 a.m. However, Sunday, I finally didn't get up until like 10 or something. Actually, I think I got up at 8 and then took a nap. Which today I got up at like an early hour and then took a nap again. So, you know, not like 2 a.m. early, so that's fine. So, yeah, we're finally back into a place where my brain is not completely full of fuck, and I'm not so caught up in playing Pokemon Violet or playing Risk of Rain 2 with Bryself and Molderman that I can actually do this at the normal time instead of having to reschedule and be like, when the hell do I do it? So, yes. Anywho, yeah. Pokemon, I've been playing Pokemon Violet. I've caught everything except for most of the Scarlet exclusive Paradox Pokemon and Koraidon, which I don't feel like that's that big of a spoiler no more. We're about a month out from release, and oh ye gods, that created a bit of a load there. We're about a month out from the release, in the direction of it was released about a month ago. And I think we all kind of know that Koraidon is a Pokemon that exists because that was revealed way back when. And I think we all know about the Paradox Pokemon concept, which I forget if that was spoiled as a pre-launch thing, but if not, I mean, it's been a month. I think that most of the early adopters who, would probably have gotten to see that Titan at least. So, yes. Let me go ahead and scroll back up through the chat in order to finally catch up. Now that I'm done being horribly lost. Only some cutscenes count. It has some good ones. All of Shadow scenes are worth it. Fair enough. I feel like Shadow's voice actor, from what I remember, was one of the very few who sounded like they wanted to be there. The voice acting in this game, I've seen a full playthrough of this game on Xbox 360, so I'm aware of what the cutscenes are like, and some game parts, not even just the meme shit. And yeah, the voice acting is definitely not exactly very passionate, we'll put it that way. Iron Fury, you've enjoyed Pokemon Scarlet instability and all. Cool. I'm glad that people are loving this game, because it seems like people are really digging Scarlet and Violet's mechanics outside of the fact that it performs like absolute donkey shit. Like, I'm actually kind of impressed even that James Stephanie Sterling gave the game a 5 out of 10 in their review, which is kind of impressive when you consider that, all of the horrible stuff surrounding how this game was basically forced out the door, not, it wasn't fully baked, and the terrible things that Game Freak does, and usually JSS is willing to make that part of their score, so giving it a 5 out of 10 even still is like, wow, they must have actually thought this game was good. Malos31 found the T-posing code for characters in Quest 64. Sounds like fun. I haven't played Shadow, and I haven't seen enough of Sonic X to say anything about Rouge. I did actually just move my my disk image of Shadow back to the main hard drive, because I was considering playing that when I was almost like about to bow out, but yeah. Okay, so they revealed Great Tusk and Iron Treads, but no real context for what they were. Oh, same VA? Yeah, that makes sense. It's... I almost said Eliza Minnelli. No, it's Lanny Minella, I think is her name. Lanny Minnelli, possibly. Either way, she voices Ivy Valentine, right? I think that's the voice actress from at least this era. She also voiced Bubsy in Bubsy 3D, which is just one of those things that I love to pull out in a conversation for the humorous purpose of it, because Bubsy 3D, oh boy, Bubsy 3D. No, I don't own Bubsy 3D, and I assume that it would be far too expensive for me to source a copy on eBay to play that even as a joke, and that game plays like absolute horse shit. I'm hoping that this plays better than Space Station Silicon Valley. I assume it does, but I have seen some of those physics-based sections. They are a little bit on the rough side, to say the least. But let's get into it. And did I... Oh, no, it went through. I just was confused because I only saw it cancel. Only $20 on eBay. That's not too bad. That may end up going on the list next time I have a little bit of cash. I've already spent the money that I was given as an early Christmas gift, and all that stuff is already gone, so I can talk about that later, I guess. Single player, multiplayer, 2-player mode. We can view some extras when we get there. Options. Is there anything in here that we might want to deal with? We should definitely have subtitles on, because I'm going to talk over everything. Let's go into single player, episode select, trial select, play stages you've cleared, gold medal results, playlist, gold medals collected. I see they're not emblems. Found one complete for 20 bucks. Nice. All right, so right now we only have the Sonic episode, which is probably okay. Again, if I recall correctly, these are all sort of like sequential. Hey, round the wheel. How's it going, Chief? I hope you're having yourself a nice evening. Boy, is it. This is going to be This is going to be kind of a shit carnival. Okay, Kathleen Delaney was the voice actress for Rouge. Gotcha. This is going to be an absolute... This is going to be an absolute clown show, but I think that we're going to come away from this that possibly seeing some interesting ideas, but being like, man, this game needed a lot more time to be developed, and they needed to not Christmas rush it. Gee, I wonder if that's going to feel like anything recent. Also, again, yeah, Princess Elise, I believe is her name. She's just adult Kyrie. And find semester's over. Nice. Personal stuff going on, but not too shabby. That is fair enough. Okay, yeah, Lanny was Rouge's first voice actress in English. Gotcha. Get their Sonic game out of their Final Fantasy game. Oh boy. I don't suppose that has ever truly happened. I guess Sega has always been like, we need a franchise where we can put our RPG-style story elements and things that feel like they come from RPGs. Do we have anything like that? And somebody at Sonic Team, Sonic Team who had actually worked on a franchise like that in the past, was just like, nah, just put it in Sonic, bro.
A pleasure to meet you at last, Princess of Soliana.
It's funny because I'm pretty sure that we just played the Phantasy Star Universe duology earlier this year.
Gems that are the key to its secret, the Chaos Emerald. Now, Princess, this way, please.
Imagine if someone wasn't smoking crack and realized they could have revived classic Phantasy Star. Yes, that is exactly. Oh.
Wow, that's a pretty snazzy performance there.
Oh boy, yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog Genesis, which is, I believe, that is the actual title given to the quite infamous GBA port of Sonic 1, which, yikes. And yeah, you've seen clips of the Sonic Boom cartoon making the rounds again. Have you? I have not, but I don't suppose I'm 100% surprised. And, oh hey, thanks for bringing up a thing I want to talk about, Silver, but let me get this out of the way, because Sonic Frontiers has been a very divisive game for a lot of people. Like, it seems to be extremely love or hate. For me, I need to actually get off my butt and play it. I did get a copy of it for the Switch.
No special reason.
On the other hand, I'm having kind of a moment of like, I got this for $40 on the Switch. Which, there's always the Nintendo Switch tax. And I bought it at new from GameStop, so, there's the GameStop tax on top of that. And it had only been out for like a month or two by the time I ordered it. In fact, I think 1 month, maybe even 2 months. That does kind of put a little bit of a sense of dread in my various parts of my body.
Don't worry, I'll rescue you.
So yeah, ooh, I think I saw a little bit of reduced frame rate there.
It's only a matter of time before it's mine.
Been wanting a magic box.
Hold on to it for me.
Fair enough. I don't really play Magic anymore, so I can't advise you on that one. But I've been having a lot of fun with Scarlet and Violet. And by that, I mean specifically Violet, because I only own that one. You wish I did. There's been some interesting stuff going, to be fair, and it's like every once in a while, I've got to admit, I saw the entirety of the Brothers War set, and I did mark out a little bit, because you got to remember, I believe I've told you this before, I believe I've told at least some people before that back when I was first getting into Magic, I very first played it because my brother had picked it up. We saw, I don't know if it was Pro Tour related or not, but we lived in Chicago at the time, and they had a bunch of people selling some stuff over at Navy Pier, and that's when my brother and I first got stuff. And like, I think he probably got like a 5th edition starter or something, and I got the Portal starter. But of course, I was following along with the sets at the time. Okay, these feel a little bit funny, but maybe that's just because I'm so effed up from using a Switch controller to play Pokemon that it feels a certain way, and I'm so thrown. But yeah, so for me, that is kind of ingrained very heavily into my childhood, and I have... I just my thing just black screened for me. That... hopefully you guys are still getting video capture. Yeah, it seems to still be working. So that was weird. But yeah, these camera controls, this is moving around in a way that I don't quite like this rate that the camera controls are floating around. And also these sticks feel a little bit loose, but that's a hardware issue. Alright, cool. I should note, by the way, that the video capture is going to be a little bit behind what I'm seeing. For some reason, this rather aged Elgato device that I'm using just introduces a couple of seconds of lag due to codec-related issues. I forget the exact deets on it, but it is a thing that's known. I need, like, a really good capture card. Unfortunately, my friend Lears, he used to really stump for this card made by Micomsoft, and it was like $350, and honestly, I would have just pitched in for that if that was still available, but it seems to have disappeared off the face of the internets. Anywho, how do I talk to people? Square, alright. New OCG list. Yada and Geki went to 2. I thought... So is Yada up to 2 or is it down to 2? Because I know it was unbanned, but I think it was at 1 before, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe things are going a little bit in the other direction.
If you see a mark above the head of
oh, you're not even going to tell me how to use the controls. Thanks, game. That's some good tutorializing. Well, Sanic, if you ran a little bit faster like Mario and Mario RPG, you could probably, yeah. Yada is up to 2. I knew Geki was down to 2 because, yeah, as you said before, I guess people were top-decking it too much, huh? Time Seal. Right, because there's the whole Trap Trick archetype, right? Yeah, that's true. It's just, it's kind of weird because I think about a lot of other games that had tutorials. Like, I think about Sonic Adventure 2 because nobody's going to like to hear this, and I don't necessarily blame them for that, but this is effectively Sonic Adventure 3. Like, there's a lot of people who are like, oh, we need Sonic Adventure 3. You have it! Unfortunately, it's this game, and that's not going to make you exactly have a great day. You're going to want something more like Sonic Adventure 2, and unfortunately, Sadventure 2 is a very hit-and-miss game, and so is Sadventure 1 from what I remember, but I haven't played that in a minute. Also, it is very weird, by the way, to see the Sonic head at, like, mid-screen for our live counter. The adventure games age like milk. Yeah, I'm not gonna disagree with that. They definitely are not as awe-inspiring as they would have been in 2000. That's for fucking sure. Also, yeah, this is incredibly laggy. My PS3 doesn't seem to be making the horrible engine noises it was when I was first getting started, so it's probably not burnt out, hopefully. Oh, hey, I see a Tails over there. Oh, Tails, yes. What do you got for us, tutorializer? With the money. Yes, I guess whenever we gain rings, we can, yeah. Can't get through here because of the construction. I don't see the construction, my friend, but okay. Do we have anything in the shop? Oh, I love this guy's hey. Definitely sounds like somebody who actually wanted to be there. You guys are saying there's a lot of construction going on, but apparently that's not exactly true. Then again, I know very well about towns full of construction. I used to live in Chicago. Too many NPC roadblocks. They gotta start making up weirder shit for that, so,
Sonic!
yeah.
Tails, long time no see.
I'm glad you're here. I heard that you tried to save the
Pantomiming an
princess
Italian
from Dr.
stereotype.
Eggman.
Nice.
You're going to rescue her, aren't
What a
you?
description.
Let me help. I may not know what Eggman's up to, but it can't be a good thing.
Okay, with your help, this should be a piece of cake.
I'll do my best.
Nice. Nice. That's a good one. Fuck. We're gonna have to have some fun with this game in the chat because, I mean, listen. This is probably gonna... I assume the legs are gonna fall out from under this one all on its own. And of course, I assume that it's gonna take me the rest of the year to beat this game just because we're gonna be sitting in here in loading screens so much. I mean, I considered restarting Grand Order story mode as a series, even though I'm not enamored with the gameplay. And remember the loading times we had on that? This is gonna be like 20 times fucking worse. Oh ye god, Sonic, what are you doing? It looks much worse on my screen than it looks on the stream preview, so that's fun. Here there's Pikma Dengar over by the beach. I screwed up the joke. Big coin.
This is a silver medal. They are scattered all over.
Hey, look, physics.
It's hard to collect them all.
I bet that's not going to infuriate us at any point. I'm pretty sure we just gotta talk to the orange marks, and those are the only ones that matter, but... Oh, there goes Tails! Yeah, the entrance to the beach is right there. That mirror is linked to the beach.
Sonic, there's a nice store in this town. It might help you find a way to cross.
Oh
the
boy,
sea.
I'm gonna have to find somebody who can give me some money, apparently. Do you have any sort of... No, you...
Sonic!
Tails, did you die in a hilarious manner? Okay, so I guess we're looking for blue icons. Because we gotta do odd jobs in order to make money in order to be able to actually afford this thing. I'm so glad that this is, Sonic trying to delete himself from this game. I've seen how these physics work, and I don't necessarily know that I think that's a bad idea. I haven't played this game at all. I've watched some of it, and by some of it, I mean all of it. But that doesn't mean that I remember jack diddly shit. So, run the shoes and go through the rings. If I've made the shoes correctly. Well, I'm glad that you have so much confidence in yourself, buddy. It's a good thing these don't pop up on our radar, by the way. Otherwise, how would I know where to go? Oh, Jesus, really? That was embarrassing. Oof, this is controls. Of all the things to be here, like, having trouble with, something where they don't want you to don't want you to touch a thing, that's, unleashed stages, but even harder. It is worth noting that it still controls better than the HTML stages. Unless you're damn good at bullet hell and rhythm. I mean, I've beaten one Toho game. That's not gonna help.
Man, today's not my day.
Well, at least we got paid enough to be able to do this, but oof, that didn't control good. In case you didn't notice from the time that I took several just failing to drop through a thing constantly. And it definitely, again, it feels like the camera whips around a little bit hard. There was a game I was playing recently on this channel. In fact, not just in the regular world, where that was a problem. And I don't remember what it was. I don't think it was Space Station Silicon Valley. That had a whole host of fun issues, but that was not that. Alright, so square button to light dash, and we look like we're T-posing. Shut up, Tails.
This is the mirror of Soliana.
Yeah, so it's a Mario 64 painting. I was off by 63. Oops. All right, so it's time to cry, I think. We're going to be entering an actual platforming stage. And we are loading, and I do know, by the way, that some of these stages have multiple loading zones. Crisis City is the one that I remember seeing that had multiple loading zones, so that bodes very poorly. Again, if I want to try to stay inside of the 3-hour time slot as a general rule, which I think I would like to try to do as much as possible, despite the massive layoff that I had, I'm having this weird moment of concern, like, surely some of those levels are like 33-minute abominations, or at least pretty damn long. Like, maybe not as long as that one stage from Shadow the Hedgehog, which I remember, like, the last stage for the bad guy path, I think, where you have Maria, is really long, and it's very easy to make it take even longer just by virtue of not being able to find shit. So that does not necessarily bode super well. But we'll see how it goes.
Spin the net to make it go faster by pressing the square button in front of the net.
Oh, so we're not even rolling under this thing. It's just, we just kick it, and we're moving too slow to take that path, huh?
Cannon shots stand hard individually, but they'll cut down my rings bit by bit.
Oh, that's interesting. I actually think that's a potentially kind of cool mechanic of having an annoying constant enemy attack that just reduces your rings a little bit instead of taking them all away. Just to make things a bit of a problem for you. Oh, wow, okay, that stopped in a very bad looking way. Like, then again, I don't think there's a good way to make that work, because it's just that dead stop. Oh, hey, it's a killer whale. Wow. Anybody else remember Sonic Adventure 1? Because that, I'm pretty sure, was what was going on in Sad Adventure 1's first stage. It was a whale that blows up this bridge. Okay, yeah, I'm just making sure that I'm not, like... Well, that was interesting. Sorry about your eyes, everybody. But yeah, I seem to remember... okay, don't jump early. Okay. I seem to recall that... Well, aside from the fact that it has multiple loading zones, that Crisis City is long as hell, and the final stage, the animal antics of Sonic Adventure. Where am I supposed to jump to, my dude? Or am I supposed to jump before the voice cue? Because in that case, I mean, I guess if I just remember this time. But, yeah. Oh, okay, gotcha. I see what's going on. Okay. Gotcha. That just was, like, really weird acting, so, yeah.
Okay, Sonic.
Ah, boy, we get some character switches in mid-level. You've got a thing, yeah.
While jumping, press and hold the X button to fly. Be careful, you will tire after flying.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect as much. Oh, Tails, that score! That was almost cute. Okay, this is... Oh, right, yeah, Tails has the dummy ring bombs, right? Is that literally what they're called?
Press the square button to lay a dummy ring bomb. Hold the square button to perform a dummy ring bomb.
Yes, and you throw a fake ring container,
To lay a dummy ring bomb.
and it blows up into extremely real-looking rings, which,
Lay a dummy ring bomb. Square button to perform a dummy ring bomb.
you know, the bomb concept is not bad. But making the rings so blatantly like they look exactly like regular ones, don't do that. Because, you know, I don't need to be confused more when playing this game, right? You've already subjected me to we're switching characters in the middle of a level. And the flight controls, by the way, are really not so good. And of course, as you would probably expect from a Sonic game, unfortunately, sort of the constant flaw of the series. Where'd my height go? I probably had to hold the button, huh? Anyway, we're all the way back here. That's very unfortunate, but, you know, provided we don't screw this bit up somehow. This is probably not cutscene-y enough, actually. I'm gonna say that, and that's probably gonna be a little bit of a medium temperature take. You know, like 78 degrees Fahrenheit or so. Yeah. So, the turning controls in general feel very slippery. Tails' flight is... Oh god, no! No, 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 no. Fuck. My screen went black. That's... Thanks a fucking lot, Elgato. I need something better. On top of that, like, to make things worse, I'm playing this on a PS3, and the loading zones are not the only issue with the amount of PS3, is that I have this issue... El Blotto, yeah, Jesus Christ, that's one way to put it. Whew. This thing is, I just think of Futurama. Bender, you're blind stinking sober! Okay, yeah, hold the X button to gain height. That makes a little bit more sense now that I understand it. Anyway, boy oh boy oh boy. I have this issue, that issue, and the other issue. Anyway, jokes aside, so the issue that I've been having is one that is related to the PS3 in general, which is that it appears to have some sort of, like, HDCP type of restriction when I have an HDMI out for it, and so I don't know how to remove that either, which I'm sure that it's something very simple that I've just missed. But until then, I'm using a very cheap HDMI splitter that I bought from Amazon, like, I don't know, probably somewhere between 7 and 10 years ago. Probably closer to 7, though. And it's a cheap, cheap Chinese technology that does not have the common decency to respect HDCP, which is great. I mean, again, if it was a case where I was doing something where I would be committing actual piracy, yeah, it would be, I would dig it, but I'm just trying to stream a video game off of a PS3. You know what? We're gonna just do this. Sonic, have you seen how this kid controls? Cut him a little bit of slack, jeez. I know you're getting tired from grabbing onto Wailord's back fin there, but jeez, oh man. Okay, we go into this cave, I think. I'm just taking a guess. I admit that I don't know for sure. Oh, fuck. Wow, I gotta take a restart on the first level. Game over, yeah! At least once I died in, like, the most embarrassing way possible, though, so, like, surprised, no. We didn't get a save. Is there no autosave on this? If I end up walled behind this level for the entire stream, I may end up cutting this prematurely as a series. I may just switch over to something else, but I don't know it would be short enough for me to be like, hey, I'm just going to do this for the rest of the year. Maybe I just do random casual shit. There could be more worms in our future for all I know, for all we know, for all Arduino. But surely that won't happen.
What's Eggman up to?
You know?
I need to gather
It
some
can't
information.
possibly be that level of autosave is after beating the... I don't get one before. That's... Oh, man. That's design, that's for sure. Anyway, at least I can mash start to skip cutscenes, so... Shut up, Tails. Don't you have some getting trolled to have done to you? I love playing a Sonic game so I can go slowly. Oh, right. Square button to talk to people, so, you know. Press the spin kick button. Yeah, I just want to reemphasize that usually, yes, I'm not great at gaming, especially, like, action stuff. I'm pretty okay at RPGs. I mean, I've been pretty okay at, like, MMORPGs, too. I feel like I'm at least decently competent at 14 and PSO2 and stuff like that, but this just saying that this controls does not feel like a correct statement to make, you know? Like, it doesn't feel like I should be able to actually call these controls. On the other hand, at the very least, we've done this before, so we should have a better idea as to where to go. Alright, now game. I need you to not, like, make me whip around like that, because, like... Oh boy, yeah. I mean, I guess I could just say F the whole, end of the year, get the thing done by the end of the year type of thing, and just, I don't know, do Final Fantasy X or something. 10's always FF10 is always fun. I love Final Fantasy X. I mean, yeah, it's got a lot of story problems, and I don't even disagree with people who say that. Can we at least get, like, a C rank here? Whoa, alright, okay. Give me that 1,000 rings. I'd better manually save, because I have to manually save. I mean, listen, it's a thing we used to have to do. I shouldn't be that upset about it, but also, I mean, games much older than this had incredibly robust autosave. I mean, we just played... Back in November, we just played 2 whole-ass Ratchet and Clank games, and those had almost overzealous autosave at times. So, if I come over here and I'm like, this doesn't seem like it's very good at what it's doing. Ratchet was less Ratchet than Sonic 06. Jesus, you ain't wrong. That's a pun, all right. Yeah, that sounds like around the wheel. Making a pun. Yeah, well, there's Tails getting trolled. Yeah, I mean, you have to almost make an effort to make a game that's jankier than this. Like, even if I was playing Scarlet or Violet in full handheld mode, not even plugged in, burning my hands because my Switch's fans were screaming like jet engines, it would not be as jank as this is. Not even if I didn't have any of the patches on it, on my Switch. This game... Yeah, this game is quite rough. Alright, I think I've gained a little bit more of a feeling for the combos of the Sonic. What did you just do? Well, okay, we can just take a leisurely stroll up this loop instead. So, a thing, again, I guess I'll demonstrate this once we reach solid ground again and are not being pushed forward, which the game is just like, hey, keep going, keep going. Let me find a place to stop, but when we do the homing attack, if we press X again, there's like a... We basically hit the brakes on our jump a little bit. Okay, so... I guess we have to actually hit a target, so... You'll see it a little better when we do that, but... Yeah. Oh. Like that, which... basically, we can't combo as fast as we could in Sad Venture 2. Hang on a second. I'll be right back, everybody. Sorry about that brief interruption. Let's get back into it. Yeah, so what was I saying? I think I was saying something about how we can't homing attack combo as fast as we could in Sonic Adventure 2. Which I dislike. I don't know if it's like some sort of balance reason or something. Don't miss the thing. But it doesn't really feel good. Where did I go? I went somewhere, that's for sure. But I liked just, you know, having that Mash X combo a little bit. It felt real good to just, you know, clobber our enemies that hard and that fast. It probably balances out certain bosses a little better. Oh, sorry. A little bit of background noise.
Okay, Sonic, I'll be right back.
Alright, Tails. Playing as Tails, I feel like I'm the one who's getting trolled.
Press the square button to lay a dummy ring
A dummy ring bomb, yeah.
to form a dummy ring sniper.
Something joke that ends in the phrase dummy thick. Do people still say that? They probably do, actually. Colonel! Wait. Well, yeah, there was a save button that I hit earlier when we were in the city. So hopefully that's not glitched in some way, which, I mean, that seems like it's a little far for this game.
Tails, hurry up!
Outside of the physics, there aren't a ton of things in this game that feel like that type of glitchy, you know? Oh, we almost reached the roof of the lighthouse there. Or the balcony. The roof. I almost called it the hood, which is even sillier. Do I have something that can give me a little more momentum? Tails, you've never heard of a spin dash, have you? Didn't think so. Oh, you just dead drop, buddy. Woof. So is that not the way? Do I have to kill all the enemies first? I've got to kill all the enemies first, don't I?
Tails, go ahead and push the gate switch so he doesn't get out.
Okay, Sonic, I'll be right back.
Just gonna collect all these rings so that way I have something to feel good about in my life. Oh hey, free 20 rings. That's not really gonna help us too much, I don't think, but you know, still. Don't.
Tails, hurry up!
Oh hey, neat. The ring shrapnel does appear to actually damage other enemies, so that's cool. Didn't notice that before. Alright, so let's have a nice little camera sweep there. Ooh, alright. That's different. Sonic just gets hucked over the gate. Into the first stage of Advance 1. Oh.
Darn, we're not gonna make it. Let's speed up.
Ooh, this does not feel good. Because here we are in our mock speed section here, right? No, mock pizza, that's for sure. Haha, Earthbound reference from the streamer whose name is also an Earthbound reference. Wow. Oh, Jesus. Yeah,
Darn, we're not gonna make it. Let's speed up.
as is typical of this game, they've sort of emulated the feeling of speed by making it so that way you can't control yourself as well as you'd want to in practically any situation. You whip around too hard at moments when you don't want to.
What?
And when you do need a quick turn, you can't get one. Jesus! Yikes! Another ring, please. Yes. Oh, man. Oh, fuck me running. Well, I guess there's no other way to fuck me in this part of the game, huh?
Let's speed up.
Perfect timing. One frame. Ugh. But also, wow, I just clipped a lot of the fence posts on this so easily. It's these controls, I do not enjoy them, that is for sure. Like, I freely admit that this kind of makes me question how much of the game I'm going to play. I'll put it this way. So I don't remember offhand where in the game it is, but there is very early on a fairly infamous boss fight against Silver the Hedgehog. You know the one where he goes, "It's no use!" And it's I only realized fairly recently that it's not Sonic yelling it, it's very clearly Silver. Unfortunately, the voice acting quality of this game is such that sometimes you just kind of go, I don't know for sure. But we'll get to that. I think if we manage to not go insane on just this level, because yeesh. Oh, thanks, camera. I'm real glad that you did that. That made me feel like some shit was happening. Nice bit of slowdown. Yeah, if we get to that, and I get through that without like too much self-loathing, I might try to keep pushing it even further, but needless to say, I don't know how it's gonna go, because remember, we did get through a shocking amount of Space Station Silicon Valley, which I probably, honestly, like after the Poop Swamp level, I should probably have given up on that, because the controls in that game, oh ye gods. And speaking of oh ye gods, we just got... Oh, well... Gonna really enjoy playing another bit of that Tails section that controls like donkey shit. Basically, yeah, if we reach a point where I feel like even that incredibly infamous boss fight still nearly feels playable, which admittedly is giving it a very wide berth, I may continue. Okay, that's pretty incredible. Don't take a life from me. Okay, good. Because if you could game over in the city, I would just have to do that on purpose, just for the joke. Just for, as the kids say, the lulz. If anybody still says that. But, yeah, so we will see, I guess, because these controls are pretty bad. And I can feel this being a bit of a problem. And it not being a fun thing to play. And I mean, it still won't be, like, even if we get through it, but, how can I put this? It may be a certain level that I might be able to actually get over it after a certain point. Like, there just was a certain point in that other game that I quit at the end of last month that just was not playable. Like, the control issues were just too great for me to even be willing to give that a shot anymore. Although I have since entertained the possibility that it was a problem with my controller, but I don't know for sure. I'd have to, like, test it out on emulator, and that sounds like a lot of work. Why'd I do that? Oh yeah, I overmashed. That's why. But yeah, you know, there's a lot of things I can excuse, but bad controls are just not one of them. And when a game controls so badly, there's a certain point where it's like, well, I can't even, you know, do this for the jokes, because it's just so freaking unplayable. I don't know. Plus, I'm still considering, like, hey, I want to do Secret of Evermore, and now that I've said FF10, I kind of want to do that too. I've got a Switch copy of FF10, so. You know, I've got a way to play the HD version that isn't going to be relying on janky, like, multiple pass-throughs, at least. Big penance for Zelda Classic. Neat. Zelda Classic. I've probably said I'm pretty sure I've said before that I haven't really, it's been a while, basically, since I've really looked at Zelda Classic in that great of depth. And I did many times when I was younger look into it and be like, hey, yeah, can I do something with this? And then I just was not really good enough at actually getting things done to do it. I'm still not exactly great at it, but, you know. But I'd probably look at some fan-made adventures and be like, hey, yeah, this is something that looks neat. I played a couple of fan games on stream, as far as I know, and I didn't hate most of them. Yeah, I played that Toho Battle Network game, and that was really good. So, you know, not all fan games are terrible. But I digress. That's a weird comparison to make, but Yeah, just because I think that probably a lot of people are like, oh, well, a fan game of anything, that could be either, you know, that most people tend to respond to that on a concept level of just being like, oh, it has to be good, or, oh, it has to be terrible, is why I say stuff like that. Anyway, we managed to do this, so we're getting better at this part. So now we get into the true deep hurting. Now, I'm not just talking about sitting here in the loading screen for 10 weeks.
Darn, we're not gonna make it. Let's speed up. Yes. Yes.
Also, I've got this energy meter at the bottom of my screen, and I forget what it's for. Do I have the manual for this? I should check. I probably don't, because I bought it used.
What?
Oh, shit! No, pause. Oh, God, where are we? Yeah, screen blacked out. Sorry. Excuse the sudden freak out. Smoky alert, etc. Wait, no, that's... I never did beat Sly Cooper 2. Although the Sly Cooper games are generally, they tend to have a certain point where they get a little too jank. Sly Cooper 1, I played Sly Cooper 1 on stream. Oh, for fuck's sakes! How do I turn there? Yeah, so I played Sly 1 on stream, I think, over a year ago at this point. Wow, that went absolutely terribly. And there is a certain... like, that game in general has a lot of parts that are very rough controlling. Most notably, the racing segments control horribly. Like, you just fishtail at the slightest touch of the left stick. But things didn't really get too awful until the part in the fifth world where you have to control the car ramming a bunch of magma slugs, which for some reason that was an idea that somebody at Sucker Punch had. And it is just brutally difficult combined with controls that don't work that well. And yeah, who would have guessed 3D platformers for a very large part of their existence have often been incredibly janky. Oh god, I beefed that real badly. Like, I think Crash Bandicoot is probably the exception franchise-wise. But Crash Bandicoot was really very closely... Wow, alright. That was terrible.
Darn, we're not gonna make it. Let's speed up.
That was really pathetic on my part. Anyway, yeah. Crash Bandicoot, of course, was very directly aping a very 2D style of game. And I mean, yeah, a large part of when I was playing the Crash trilogy... through the Insane trilogy on stream, a large part of it did whip my ass pretty badly, but that's just because I was not good at them. They're definitely not really janky games, although Wrath of Cortex was so janky that it killed my emulator. But that's an emulator issue. And by killed it, I mean I probably could actually go through with it on an emulator update, hopefully. Although I guess up to a point it might be a little surprising to see somebody updating PCSX2 for Wrath of Cortex of all games. But boy, I don't really know what to do in this segment. It is kind of hard to get anywhere when you're in Mach speed, but Yeah, Wrath of Cortex, I mean, I could play that on original hardware. I do have a copy of it. We would just be in probably as much loading as this game. Actually, maybe a little less, come to think of it. Whoa, slow down. Silver, from what I've seen, like, the worst part about Silver really just seems to be the overall roughness of the physics engine. Well, rough and sort of, like, just stuck on at the last minute kind of nature of it. Like, I think that if you tuned that stuff a little better, it would probably work fine.
Darn, we're not gonna make it.
Unfortunately, they make you play all the stories in sequence because they're just like, well, hey, why don't you get the one where you get, like, almost none of the background lore? That's the other thing that I remember from this, is that basically this ends at Sonic beating up Eggman. And pretty much every other part of... pretty much every other story goes way further and way deeper and deals with who Mephiles and Iblis are. Oh god, I didn't talk about Iblis when Silver brought him up. I'll get to that sooner rather than later. Don't need to do all 10 levels here to get to the rest. Thank fucking goodness, because otherwise I would probably go insane. Yeah, I'll talk about Iblis in a bit. I was still talking about Crash and, you know, clarity of purpose and all that, and I could probably play Wrath of Cortex on hardware, because I do have a PS2 copy of the game, although it's not ideal, because it's not a greatest hits version, so it has the infamously terrible load times. We would probably be stuck in loading as much as we are with that game as we are with this game. Not to mention there's just some stuff in that game that is flat out very bad. Oh, for fuckity fucks. You know what? I'm gonna pause for a few minutes here before we load back in, and I'm gonna talk about some points here. So yeah, Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex is rather infamous in its original US release for the horrendous amount of loading time. However, it is drastically improved for the greatest hits release, which unfortunately is not what I have. I have an original release. I probably bought it over a greatest hits copy because the greatest hits copy was more expensive and I didn't know why at the time. So that would probably be a really ugly stream, and I'd just be dumping on the load screens that much all the time. Yeah, they make you do just like this entire level worth of crap. I could try emulating Crash Wrath of Cortex for GameCube. I don't have a copy of it for GameCube, so I'd have to emulate it. Oh no, I'm talking about piracy on Twitch. Wow, who would have guessed? Like 99% of Twitch is based on pirated games. Anyway, yeah, but my save file from the emulator, I'm pretty sure that I updated PCSX2 since then, and I just nuked the folder, which means that I also got rid of the memory card like an idiot. Which, for anybody who caught me when I was streaming Jade Cocoon 2, like somewhere between a year and 2 years ago, probably, that's why that I haven't picked back up at any point, even during like downtime between series, is because I stupidly deleted the save file from there. So yeah, that's quite unfortunate. It also means that Rayman 2 is... I'd have to replay the entire thing, but who cares? I was only missing like 6 lums from that. That wouldn't be a great series to watch. Anyway, back to things. Yeah. But Wrath of Cortex crapped out graphically on like level 20 or something. Like it just absolutely went nuts on the emulator. So I was unable to finish that because I was playing the level legitimately basically blind. So yeah, that's why that never got finished, even though I've entertained the idea of going back to it. I'd have to play it on a regular PS2, and again, my PS2 is not a launch model, but it's from like 2003, 2004 or so, and it's a fat model, so it's not exactly going to be the fastest thing known to man. But yeah, that's when the jank started to set in for the Crash series. Anyway, the thing I wanted to say about Iblis, and I think that a lot of you probably are already well aware of this, is that Iblis is a name that is associated with what is more or less the concept of Satan in Islam. And I just want to point out how much that's like, wow, out the edge. You know, I think that that's probably the most so that Sonic has ever really gotten into like the deep edge. I know that some people would probably dispute that, but I think that when you put literally Satan, except it's the Islamic Satan in your game as the villain of Sonic the goddamn Hedgehog, then you've probably hit a bit of an untouchable peak, no matter how many guns Shadow the Hedgehog pulls out at random. I mean, honestly, that's just an average American holiday at that point. That's just nothing weird about that whatsoever. Anyway, I'm gonna get back into this in a second. I'm not happy about it, but I'm gonna get back into it in a second. Did you know that you're legally permitted to own a Gatling gun in America? It's because technically it doesn't count as a machine gun because it requires you to crank it to fire it. Just a weird, alarming fact for you about United States gun laws. I was gonna say, is you do like a heavy carry with it? I mean,
When you get close to a trail of rings, press the square button to do a light
thank you,
dash.
Tails. And for all the help you've given me, you're going to die. I wonder if this would load faster on an emulator.
I've got to hurry and save Elise.
Then again, I'm not completely sure as to what kind of a state RPCS3 is in offhand, so you know, when I say that, how do I evolve the Hedgehog? That's a good question, Mega Man. Oh, is my notification not playing? Glad to see that Stream Elements is on the ball.
A wall. You can jump off of it.
It's so great that everything in my life is going wrong all at once. By that I mean, honestly, not everything in my life, but man,
Cannon shots don't hurt individually, but they'll cut down my
if that doesn't put me in a not great mood, that, like, I can't get anything out of this. Oh well.
If I find the one issue in orders and defeat him, I can defeat everyone.
I need to remember to go and look at the... Oh hey, I got points. Radical! What is this, 1994? I need to... I was gonna go look and see if I had the manual for this. That's right. Because I've got that energy meter down there, and it's like, that is speaking to me in some way or another, but I don't know what... I don't know what to do with it offhand, otherwise. Excuse me.
Tails, go ahead and push the gate switch so he doesn't get out.
Golden sword. Oh, oh, Golden Go, Goldango. I don't know how it's. I don't know how it's pronounced. It's mashing too many words together in a way that just kind of looks a little bit not right. It's like cough egregious, you know? In fact, I'm pretty sure that I've said before that somebody I used to know, and that they pronounce the word very, very incorrectly, and I feel like you can tell a lot about a person when they start doing that, and it's just like, you know, yeah, it's like coffin and egregious.
Tails, hurry up!
Tails, why do you keep going in and out of propeller butt mode, anyway? Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, they spelled it like complete butt, and I mean, I'm like, what could they have called it there's a lot of things they could have called it instead.
Thank you, Tails, you saved me.
Just sarcophon, I guess. The egregious coffins. Nice. Because I'm like, I'm pretty sure that its Japanese name was just like death and a word for mask or something. In fact, let us go look, because we've got another hour-long loading screen. Combination of death and con. Word for coffin. Yeah, that is exactly well, not exactly what I said, because I was thinking of a mask, but yeah, they could probably have figured out something else to do with it that was a little bit less awkward. Death coffin.
What?
Oh, dang it. That tree grew a second root to trip me.
We're not gonna make it. Let's speed up.
Something. That's what I'm going with. Shut up. Me take blame for my own mistakes? No. Goodness, no. And yeah, there I go, getting hit by the fence post on the thing. Coffin Grigus, there you go. That works. As we sit here looking like, oh hey, remember when they remember when names had to only be 10 letters or less, and then they didn't update for Alligator for the newer generations of allowing 11 plus letter names. Also, in Scarlet and Violet, a thing that kind of disappoints me is the fact that nicknames are capped out at 12 letters. Meanwhile, I'm like, wait a second, isn't Crabominable like 13 letters or something? Now I'm gonna have to pause and learn how to spell Crabominable. I am overemphasizing the crab a little bit. Hey, we beat it! Holy shit! Well, I'm from Utica, and I've never heard of Crabominable. Yeah, there you go. Alright, Crabominable. C-R-A-B-O-M-I-N-8-A-B. Is it 12 letters exactly?
Just made it.
I don't know how to count. I majored in philosophy. Yeah, Crabominable is 12 letters. Okay, so I guess it's permissible. Thank you for everybody. Yeah, 12 letters has been the max. Okay. I wish they would bump that up by this point, but you know, I'm not a game designer. I don't know technology or anything like that. Mm-hmm. One sec. Yeah, I remember Fletchender went over 10 letters. There were There was something
Looks like
oh
the
right,
princess
yeah.
has moved to another location. Let's head back to the city.
I was gonna name Baxcalibur Back Scratcher, just spelled like, you know, back scratcher. And I was like, I don't think there's enough name for the enough space for this. Yeah, there wasn't enough name for back scratcher, so I had to fudge the spelling and put an X in there like some kind of goober. And the reason why is because I kept calling it back scratcher to somebody else because I'm like, this is a really complicated name to pronounce because it's, as you might guess, it's a lot of parts kind of mashed together. The scratch, yeah. That's what it would have been like in the 10-letter era. For all iggators. All right, talk to people with square. Shadows, huh? Shadow the Hedgehog? Wait. Mr. Sonic. That amuses me greatly for some reason. I'm glad you did, though. That's... You know, some things you only get to do once in a lifetime. Letting the days go by... Wait. What? I'm sorry, I got distracted. Hey, Radicola. Wait, no, that's... I'm sorry, that was Star Tropics. That was Star Tropics posting for a second. Ooh. Boy, this game does not like having this many models on screen. And by on screen, I mean in the area. How is this performing this badly on a PS3? Like, just oof is all I can say here, because yeesh. Yeah, we're working on that,
Yeah.
I think. When Sonic fought the US military. Weird times. Yeah, I know, right?
Too easy. No sweat.
He would, though. Let's be real. If there was somebody in the video game or film industry who would be willing to let him. Unfortunately, pickings might be a little bit slim there. Alright, so I guess the thing is now that we have to figure out where we're going. Hey, you. I wanted to talk to you.
Hey.
Way of the desert was closed off because Eggman showed up there. Duly noted. Bye, Tails. You know what was great about Tails in the Genesis Sonic games?
Aye.
He didn't just scream every time he died when he died constantly. Which, I mean, he really did, especially in Sonic 3.
Hey.
I'll need to get permission from Lord Regis, you said? Regis Philbin? Huh. That's not a character I expected to be in this game. Kids climbed all the way up here. Oh, we're gonna do something.
If you can squeeze through this gap, you'll be able to save the girl.
Quit screwing around. You're screwing around too much. What am I doing? Yes, Tails, I know.
You'll be able to save the
Whoa! Guys! The fucking camera flip. Okay, yeah, the spin dash doesn't seem to be a thing that'll help me either. Alright, well there's Tails again.
Hey.
Yeah, you gotta... Fables of the Reconstruction. Or is it Reconstruction of the Fables? Nobody ever seems to really be sure. What's up with you, dude? Hey, talk to me, come on. No, he won't. Dick. Alright, we're gonna go back to the shop and see if that guy has anything that can help us shrink. So that way we can get swallowed, like, wait. Oh, that's getting weird.
Hey.
Anti-gravity. Allows you to use sliding by sliding mechanism while moving. Sure, but why is it called anti-gravity? I already have that. Okay, so it's when you let go of holding the square button. Gotcha. Again, I'm surprised they don't tell you this. It's probably written in the manual, but I'd have to actually get up and check the manual to see that. So, I just clicked through that wall. Hey, you. Oh, geez, that... give me a sec here. I'm gonna go look for my case of the game. We're just loading. Okay, I do have the manual. That's handy. That nearby. If that does anything for us in the... Sandwich making red Sonic 06 loading screens percent. Nice. Alright, so we've saved the girl, so we should be able to go talk to Lord Regedit, and hopefully he'll let us, yeah. It said Eggman headed that way, yeah, I'm sure. Tails? Tails. It's still, there's oil there first.
You're a good girl, Elise. Remember, be brave. Don't cry, no matter what happens.
Mr. Sonic.
Just call me Sonic. Now then, are you okay?
Oh, this manual's a little water
I'm so
damaged, I
glad
think.
you came.
I always keep my word.
Like, it's not horrible or anything, but it's still kind of sad, because I was hoping it would be in great condition, but what can you do? Used games and all that. A lot of people don't pay a whole lot of attention to these manuals, and that's why some of them are pretty damn valuable. I don't suspect for this game that it is, but
until I unlock the secret of the plains of disaster.
Tails!
Got it. Let's go.
hope y'all are enjoying that sound on the microphone. You're not just imagining things. That's me crinkling the paper a little bit. All right, so we got an egg Cerberus here. It only seems to have one head, so ah, yes. Another loading screen right after the intro. I forgot about the fact that this is a thing. This is some good structurally structured gameplay. As I slowly descend into saying things like Salt from
This is your
Chrono
pet, huh?
Cross.
Okay, Eggman, I'll play with him.
Alright, pick up a ring. Now, I can't imagine that this boss is that hard. It's a first boss in a Sonic game. Unfortunately, it would appear that we cannot just jump straight into it. Oh, okay, so we grind on its ass and we, yeah.
Sonic, make him run into something.
It's Blade Wolf, but bad. Ah, yes, I see. I see Gigatech Wolf has been hitting the growth hormones a little bit. New Steel-type Lycanroc coming soon. Oh, there's a gap. There's an actual gap there. I was just jumping earlier because I was shitposting, but apparently... Oh, man, these camera controls ain't great. Nope. Crud. Oh, you got a shockwave attack, too. Oh, I see. You are every boss in Donkey Kong 64, aren't you? I'm probably not going to play Donkey Kong 64, no. That's... that would probably drive me nuts. Whether from sheer length or from sheer jank, because, oh boy. Oh, I'm surprised we didn't die there. probably by all rights should have. It drive me bananas. Shut up. I can't believe I didn't think of that first. But yeah, DK64 obviously has just so much stuff, and so much of it works so badly. I did finally, like, the last time I played it, which was in 2016. I did finally learn that at the beginning of the beetle race is Tiny, you can actually, like, hit the beetle, and it makes him flip over for, like, a second. And it's not a great help to you, but it is a little bit. It can help you get a lead, and it's probably the strat in order to actually beat that.
I can finally see your face. Now it's my turn. Listen to me.
Alright, well, that took out what looked like 2 hits worth of health that time. I don't know if it's just because the health meter is funky or what. But, you know, take that as the kill shot.
You get away!
We take those. Sorry, I'm looking at the manual.
No problem.
Does anything cool? Okay, yeah, so I'm not missing much yet. That energy meter is just used for special abilities that we can buy for Sonic that are optional and can be toggled between levels, I guess.
How long is this gonna go on?
Let's split up. I'll get their attention, and you take the princess.
Okay, you be careful, Tails.
Leave it to me.
Hold on tight.
Okay.
release. Hold on tight.
Alright, folks. Breathing time is over. We have a new stage where we're Sonic and we can run around. We can hold the R1 button and it does that for us.
Combine the strength of two with the R1 and use this new power to
Get rid of anything that blocks our path, huh? We still got fucking hit by it. Something. So that's not great. Did we get shot from behind or something?
If you put your power together, you will be able to walk on this sand. But be careful.
But yeah, I think we recover the energy meter by just killing things and getting those energy shards. Okay, so we can't just bull rush enemies with this, which is kind of stupid and terrible. It's a Sonic game. Let me run fast. But, you know. Yeah, so basically we just gotta pop it when we're right next to an enemy, I suppose. Displeased with this turn of events. Okay, so I do have to do homing attack. I was expecting to get momentum. And I was wrong. Ah, yes. I'm glad that that doesn't protect me from spikes. I mean, I don't know why I thought it would, other than the fact that it's like this powerful defense aura thing, but oops. Oops. You broke it. Hey, get... Apparently not. Apparently these guys don't want to get got. Can you believe the rudeness involved there? Ah, yes, we came to a dead stop on the sand there. That's helpful. Suppose. Fuck me. That was not acceptable. Damn. See, some parts of this sand are like insta-death, other parts of it's slow death.
Those enemies seem to be protecting that cage for some reason. I've got to defeat them first.
Ouch. The ring. We can't rely on the super aura to be useful, apparently. Oh, hey, the enemy's regarding a spring I need to use to move forward in the level. Okay, see, sometimes it seems to work fine, but then other times it just... Oh, the chug. Oh, hey, I remember these platforms from Pyramid Cave, and... That's not nice. That's just a blind jump game. That's bullshit is what that is. Gee, fuck. Get out of the sand. Oh, look out for the boulders. Bombardier must have been through here. Stork! Still probably like one of my favorite moments in that game for just how dumb of a choice of cry that was for it in terms of text. Get your ass out of here. Shit, why? I know why, it's because I'm bad at video games, but still. What else goes fast? Jet engines. Especially when you're getting sucked into them, right? You would know a lot about that. How's it going, Lears? I hope you're having yourself a good evening. I hope you enjoyed my paradox-absorbing crumple zones reference in that one group chat. I know how much you love paradox-absorbing crumple zones. Oh, the paradox-absorbing crumple zones. I'm gonna shove coal so far up your stocking, you'll be coughing up diamonds! Fucking love the Santa Claus from Futurama. Oh, man. Oh. Ah, okay, a pillar popped up. You gonna let me do this game? There we go. One of the few times we've gotten to light dash in the level so far. Yeah, my hopes for the Futurama... I almost said remaster. I'm stupid. For the Futurama return, I'm hoping it's good. I'm certainly not going to be watching it live because, well, I don't think I have access to it live really. But yeah, my hopes for it. I hope it's good, but I don't exactly have high expectations. You know, it's just every time that it's come back, it's sort of fallen off more and more each time, I feel like. Because the original run, all 4 seasons, every episode, I think, of the original run was fantastic. 4 seasons? 5 seasons? I think it was 4. It was all real good, and then the movies came out, and, like... I don't know, about 1.5 of them were real good. I don't remember the last one too well, so I can't really comment on that, but
Don't say that.
But Bender's Big Score was real good, and like an amount of Beast with a Billion Backs was pretty good. Mostly I just think about the fact that David Cross was the horrible tentacle creature, and just his voice is really suited to making it sound incredibly whiny. And then the actual episodes after those were kind of a step down.
Your smile.
And I don't remember anything after that if there was anything else. But yeah, I'm just seriously hoping that it's good, but I'm not expecting a whole lot out of it.
Eggman mentioned the Flames of Disaster. Is that why he's after
The Flames of Disaster, yeah, hello. We're still playing Sonic, believe it or not.
Is Solaris. It is told that Horus's rage would destroy the world.
Overclockwise, and meanwhile, we're...
His wrath comes in the form
All
of
right,
a
gotcha.
disaster. 10 years ago, we almost faced the full force of his fury. I was a child then, so I don't remember it very well. I lost my father.
This big fiery demon happened like 10 years ago, and
that man is trying to cause the same
it's...
disaster again.
There's like minimal evidence, if any, of it anywhere.
Sonic! Sonic!
I mean, I guess maybe the desert ruins. I don't know.
Don't worry. Just raise your head and run.
Just remove both legs from the ground.
Feels great, doesn't it?
Yes,
Run and then wear down your knees. Yeah, exactly.
Nothing starts until you take action. If you have time to worry, then run.
Yep, just keep destroying yourself more and more until, Ruh-roh, Raggy.
I've been looking for you. You're the Iblis trigger.
Bang, 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 pull my Iblis trigger.
Your
Wait.
actions will condemn us all. Who are you? My name is Silver.
You don't say.
For the future of the world, I will destroy you.
Oh boy, I thought we had another couple of levels to go before we got into this.
Time for you to disappear, Iblis trigger.
Silver the Hedgehog, who has no indoor voice. And I've got kind of a theory surrounding Silver. Like just a feeling that I get about him that I guess if I remember, I'll explain it later. It's not like relevant to any story stuff. It's just about how his characterization kind of ends up. And
It's no use.
I think we're dead now because we get knocked back and we take damage from it.
No.
So I don't remember what the trick is to be able to actually hit him. It's not more than a feeling because then you'd be boss. Listen, I'm pretty big, but I ain't a whole city.
Yes. It's no use. Take this. It's no use. Take this. It's no use.
Oh yeah, that's real fair.
This will end it.
So if anybody remembers, like, how you're supposed to do this,
It's no use.
you kick items at him.
Take
I mean, I guess that'd probably make a little bit of sense. I just gotta actually figure out where I can actually get into a position to do that at him, because, yeah.
It's no
As you can see,
Take. How about this?
I'm not getting good camera angles, to say the least.
This. It's no use.
And those barrels just go, you know, somewhere completely different. Like, they make such noises that it sounds like they're getting destroyed as they're getting launched out of the...
It's no use.
That would probably make a little bit more sense, because...
This. It's no use.
Oh, and I do appreciate
This will end it.
that sometimes he just has this ability to just basically cheat like that. That he's just like, oh yeah, by the way, I can grab you after I've hit you. So
No.
basically being anywhere on the outside of the arena is kind of a death sentence. Because you'll just get comboed. Also, nice invisible wall, by the way.
How about this? Take this. It's no use.
Okay, so I guess I can do it while he's preparing an object launch here.
How about this?
Well, he's like, hey, look at my extrasensory perception. I mean, he would just call his psychic powers ESP, but he would also use the full phrase, I feel like. Get. Yeah, okay, cool. Glad we could have this conversation, Silver. Silver the hard charge. Get me back into... Get me back to reality here. Alright, so we should be auto-saved after... Yeah. I was gonna say we should be auto-saved... Because I haven't fucking manually saved in a million years.
Time for you to disappear, Iblis Trigger.
Your mother. I don't know, I'm... Yeah, exactly, right?
How about this? Take this!
Like, on the upside, we're not timed for this fight. You know, Sonic games have at least had the decency to do away with the 10-minute time limit for levels in the 3D era. And I mean, for 2D Sonic, like, if it's longer than that, yeah, that's absolutely a okay, I couldn't hear him going because
It's no use.
But, you know, rank, I don't care about that. I'm not here for a... Oh, yeah, yeah, there's a couple, but it's not just like a hard engine-wide, almost, for lack of a better description, 10-minute limit that caused many a player consternation in a certain level called Carnival Night Zone Act 2. Because of a certain barrel that the game doesn't really do a great job of telling you about.
How about this? Take this!
Well, at the very least, we managed to get through that one pretty smoothly, so... You know, hopefully that'll ease things for you a little bit. It's draining every time you hear, it's no use!
Too easy. No sweat.
If Alan ever goes back to streaming, I'm gonna send him that as a sounder. Just to make things even worse. Speaking of... How deep into 14 are you right now, story-wise? Oh, hey, we unlocked Silver's episode, so we could do that and mix things up a little bit. You die? 10 seconds, yeah. You game over? 3 minutes. You know, I think that even in the worst loading Mario games in the entire franchise, counting spin-offs, it was nowhere near as bad as this ever. I had some pretty extreme loading times when I was playing Sunshine on an emulator because it was, I think, an NKit format. And Dolphin just kind of goes, oh yeah, load times exist for those.
What do you mean? It doesn't matter. For the sake of the future, the Iblis Trigger must be destroyed. Elise?
Great job, Silver, you dipshit.
Don't you dare turn your back on me!
Silver?
It's time I finally put an end to this.
Stop!
Amy? Get out of my way, Amy. This is my mission.
Absolutely not.
Amy, kick his ass.
appreciate it.
Amy, the worst character. She actually has like a decent set of moves in this game, if I recall correctly, which is really bizarre because yeah. So yeah, great fucking work there, Silver the Hedgehog. Literally the worst protagonist out of any Sonic game, I think, ever so far. At least in that exact moment. Eventually, Silver kind of becomes not a shitbag, mostly by hanging out with Shadow, of all people. Eggman's mechs have appeared in New Donk City. Okay.
Huh? Huh?
Altar of Flame. Thing is, that's a lot of candle-looking bits on there. Let me save, just in case. I mean, at the very least, I think that a lot of the side quest dialogue is pretty good. For the Omega Raid series, in my opinion. So, but also I'm like, wait a second, didn't you play through all this before too? So, yeah. Anywho, where am I? Can I pull up a bigger map? The answer appears to be no. I need more map, but I can't. Time to get lost in the city. Stormblood is kind of a mess, but it introduces a lot of characters that I like. And some that I don't. And sometimes they're the same characters. Wait. Though that said, content-wise, Stormblood has some pretty good content. Like, in terms of actually playing it, and it introduced Red Mage as a class, so, like, that's... Although Stormblood only introduced Red Mage and Samurai, right? So it gave us 2 DPS. Thanks, guys. Okay, gotcha. That's... And now you're getting sidetracked by all the side quest stuff, which, you know, fair enough, right? That's what's going on? Alright, so I guess we can't get into this one at this juncture. I was gonna say, is that the science lab level? That sort of looks like it. Okay, here's an orange dot. This guy might finally give us a hint. It was in the 3.x's, post 3.0, so... Easy mistake to make sometimes, I guess. Regained it. Do I just have to go and do the blue dot? Oh, this might help us.
Whoa!
I'm probably just gonna have to go and talk to the blue dot person. Actually, let's... Right. You're here to tell me that Eggman's mechs appeared in the city, which... question mark? What was butt? One thing that I have to say about Stormblood that is kind of janky, and I'm sure that most people would agree with this, is that there really was not enough space for both of the storylines that they were going for with that to really gestate. And I think most people would probably say, yeah, that's not new or anything. Alright, so Enrico Pucci here, and the Soliana boys, they want us to fight. Hey, Sonic gets to beat up some kids. Yeah, let's just say in general, with plus 200 and heavy with the walk command enabled. Let's just say that he's got very, very strong boots and you're very weak to shockwaves very specifically. Hello, Ryax and the Ryax? We'll go with Ryax for now. Alright, so, okay, we're not actually beating up children. We're just catching them, I guess. I'm probably not going to succeed at this. Because this is the sort of thing that's like, hey, you need to know your way around the city. And I don't. Oh boy, yeah, if you... There's a lot of... There are, needless to say, quite a few loading screens in this game, especially because I'm playing the PS3 version, which is infamous for having even more loading. It's pretty rough. There's a lot of things about Sonic 06 that are rough as hell, and that's just one of them. I don't know where I am compared to where any of these kids are. That's an adult hanging out on a bench. Make you go, oh, human-shaped thing. Nope, these are all adult humans, as far as I can tell. Yeah, I don't really know the map very well or anything like that. Let's see if we can just get kicked out of it this way. Just jump in the water. You're a little jerk, aren't you, kid? Listen, you're out here distracting me from doing that in the first place. some sort of rug burn. I've been... Whoa! Fuck. Oops. And let me see if I can scroll up through the rest of this. Yeah. Yeah, there is absolutely that, and I'm very glad for it. Alright, so we got the little star here. What do you got to say? The way it closed. Brampton. Hey, you. Yes, You're just a lieutenant if you talk. If I talk with every soldier in town, I'll find the captain eventually. I mean, I would think if this was like a real military, they'd have some sort of special insignia. Or otherwise like a nice hat or something that would help them indicate.
Hey.
I can figure out how the captain... Oh, Jesus. This is one of us likes big butts and cannot lie. The other one of us likes big butts and cannot tell the truth. Except it's more than that. Just two guys. I know, right? That soundbite is absolutely fantastic. Alright, hey you.
Hey.
Captain is in front of the fountain. According to that guy. Captain, that's Guido. Who's Guido? You're Pietro. That guy's Fabio. You are Alessio. Giorgio. What Alessio said is true. In front of the fountain. Not that fountain? Alright, so this guy should be Guido, right? Captain's one of the men you've already spoken to. You don't say! I've already talked to everybody, sir. It's one of the jokes on one of the, like, the guard thing of one of us can't tell, one of us can't lie, one of us can't tell the truth, but it's yeah. Alright, so what Alessio says is true is the guy in front. Apparently, two people are lying. So wait a second. There's. Alright, in front of the fountain, which would be... I mean, this is the fountain, right? So it would probably be either this guy or that guy. But that doesn't really make sense. Because unless I've missed a person... I have missed somebody, haven't I? Unless I can't get... Obviously, I can't get over here. So there's only the soldiers in this platform, right? So there's only the 5 of them. And Pietro has nothing to say. These guys have nothing to say. However, we can do this to them. That's fun. Yeah, so that was what I was piecing together, is that it's also this guy and the guy who said that what he said is true have to either both be lying or both telling the truth. So wait a second. If he's one of the two who tricked me, but that doesn't add up very well.
Man, today's
Well,
not a
actually, I
day.
guess that Guido is telling the truth, because it was somebody I've already talked to. Okay, I'm getting a little bit I'm getting inside of my own head about this. And trying to actually be like, okay, what's the logic puzzle? Which, nah. Why are you doing that to yourself, right? Don't be such a dummy, me. But no, doing things the fool way is the main way I...
Head to the town's warehouse.
Alright, we gotta go find Knuckles. Apparently. Or we can just... Can we just go in here? Oh, it's past here, isn't it? Solve logic, but... I can't do anything fast. I'm not Sonic Hedgehog. I'm just someone who's playing a video game on the interwebs. Fair enough. What do you got to say?
Aye.
Did I go too much all the way? Hey, you.
Hey.
I mean, there's a Knuckles the Echidna in here. Oh, I can just jump over the fence. Sonic attempting to play like Yakuza. I mean, I suppose you have a point there, actually, but... That is not the response that I was expecting it to be. For all the enemies at the warehouse, yeah, alright. Oh, that's, like, useless as an attack. That was a foolish move if ever I've engaged in a foolish behavior. Forklift puzzle. I fucking wish. You know, come to think of it, it's very funny that we're over here making forklift puzzle jokes right after I shared that that I'm forklift certified thing, that Eggman meme. just a couple of days ago. Let me see if I can get that in here as well, because that's always pretty good. Oh, let's go get a loading zone as we talk to Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, etc.
Knuckles.
I saw Eggman on the outskirts of the city. He wanted me to give this to you. Sonic the Hedgehog. If you want me to return the princess, you must give me your Chaos Emerald. Meet me at my base in White Acropolis.
Wait, did you say it was called White Acropolis? I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at the screen.
It's most definitely a trap. I don't
Hey,
think
yo,
Eggman
Knuckles
will
does
honor
work
his
here, yeah.
agreement.
I'm going.
Sonic?
Since Eggman went to the trouble of telling me where Elise is, I think I should thank him personally.
That's a good question, Mega Man. I don't know why this game is like this. Head for the White Acropolis. Hmm. Nice long loading screen so we can let bad jokes sink in. Love it. By that I mean, oh boy. These video games, huh? Now I have to figure out how to get there. I gotta go back, don't I? A lot of rectangle buildings repeat the load, yeah. And several of them, the game has already loaded before, so... Hey, bad news, gang. You're stuck in there. Oh, never mind. They warped out. Not past. Right, because I remember that later in the story we end up, I mean, you're just some guy. Hey, you, what do you... Eggman's Max. Okay, yeah, there's our mission indicator. Here, Knuckles now slow but strong. Yeah, Knuckles was the slow, strong guy in like most of the 3D games. I mean, he was still pretty damn fast in Adventure and stuff like that. But that was the era when they really slowed him down. Him and the other strength characters, depending on the game. But yeah, this is the period when, unlike Sonic, he doesn't chuckle. But for those of you who have played Sonic the Hedgehog 3, you will know that he chuckles a lot in that game. So I don't know what the deal was with that particular song, but yeah.
That was incredible!
Yeah, definitely. You could reach ludicrous speeds with anyone in the adventure era. And I mean, yeah, he's Red Sonic. He's red, so he's supposed to go 3 times faster, right? Wait, wrong franchise.
There's a secret room here. Let's hurry to the White Acropolis.
Ah, I see. The White Acropolis is a snow level. And hey, they're tutorializing the slide attack outer. Fuck, you're right. Bitch, you're right.
Press and hold the X button as long as you can, and release it right at the jump ramp.
Uh-oh. I gotta go back? Am I? No, I gotta take a different path, I guess. Okay. Or we can just restart. That's also an option.
Press and hold the X button as long as you can, and release it right at the jump ramp.
Jump ramp. I mean, I guess that's true, but also... Well, that didn't fucking work, did it, Sonic? Anyway, you make a Metal Gear joke, and I immediately think of, with this, I just think of the skateboarding minigame in one of the Metal Gear Solids. I forget, was it was MGS2, wasn't it? Yeah, because MGS3 had the Ape Escape thing, and those were in different games, right? Yeah.
Press and hold the X button as long as you can.
See, I remember a little bit
At the jump ramp.
of things. It's very rare that I remember anything. I barely know where I am half the time. Yes, needless to say, by the way, this doesn't control very well. Well, good, that means that they know what's up, because Metal Gear Solid, that is a good game, and I'm not great at stealth, but it's a good game. And go up the hill. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, that's helpful. Sanic, turn around, please. Yeah, the turn is not exactly a good turn, to say the least. I mean, I suspect that, you know, it's a snowboard. I don't expect it to be as, you know, free moving, but I also don't expect to be able to, like, just carve like this as easily as, Granted, it's been a while since I've played any sort of snowboarding game, and certainly I've never snowboarded in real life, but, you know. Let's just say that this is certainly no SSX Tricky. SSX Tricky fucking ruled. Actually, so did the original, but I haven't played that in a while. Definitely, it's been much longer than since I last played Tricky, because it was just a better game. Never played any of the games after that, though, but a large part of that is because I didn't really know a lot of them existed at the time. Also, yeah, we just came to a full and complete stop out of nowhere. Oh, God. Ugh. Turn around, Sonic! What the hell are you doing? Aside from getting killed during your own iframes. It's like every chase sequence in a Crash game. Except somehow controlling even worse. Alright, get... Sonic? Stop stopping instantly, please. That's... I'm having a bit of an issue, needless to say. What are these controls, aside from not great? So let's see where we ended up here. Oh boy, is it? It's real bad. This is... Yeah, I didn't hard save, so let's see where the last autosave is. The last... Oh god, the last autosave is just after I beat Silver, isn't it? Because this game just never autosaves for you. That's right, that's where the gremlin is. Well, it's okay. We know the answer to this thing, so we can go and do that real fast. As soon as I remember where the portal is to New Donk City here. There we go.
Hey.
I don't remember anything anyway. Fair enough. Who is the captain? Well, I keep seeing New City and I just immediately go New Donk City because it fills itself in very well now. Probably because New Donk City is just a hilarious name anyway. Hey, I love that double loading zone. Hey. Hey. Real good, alright.
Hey. Hey.
That's right, 7 seconds. Give me my...
That was incredible!
Give me my rings. Yeah, true. So, I mean, I guess it's at least somewhat fitting. Description.
Sonic, can you hear me? Knuckles wants to see you. Head to the town's warehouse.
Yeah.
Like Sonic tripped and ate shit. Yeah, that's basically about how I feel. I'm just cut to it. Pretty good concept, though. I gotta give you that. Well, Shadow the Hedgehog in this game is the vehicles guy, so I believe that he is actually capable of riding a motorcycle. So, you know, you joke, but probably thinking that I should probably use the homing attack instead because it's much easier to hit things with, and you're correct. Oh, okay, so the big bees have a little drone army around them. That makes sense because they're bees, but also... The one last green frog-looking motorcycle that we missed. You're tearing me apart, Lisa! Oh, the room. What a strange and fantastic thing that is. I've had enough of this. I don't remember the whole line, but yeah, what I'm doing. Yeah, I mean, you're still watching this. I mean, then again, I'm the one who's playing it, so what's that say about me? What a story. Yeah, there you go. Alright, time to skip some cutscenes. Or at least a cutscene. By the way, I like how that cutscene we like went right into the loadings. We skipped over a loading screen basically. And I'm gonna go ahead and save right now because I don't know if we're gonna have another opportunity to do that before we enter the game over zone. But just in case, like if we get another save spot after we kill those robots, because I don't remember now, we will take advantage, of course, but if not, oh, this is the wrong way to go. Oh, right, yeah, okay. I can save after this, so that's fine. That's fine. I'm already so flummoxed from the controls, I guess, if you want to call them that we were just putting up with. So, you know, pardon me for any confusion and weirdness involved there. Yes, we understand that already, Sanic. Oh, crud. Get up. Get the ring, too. Okay, so the thing I was saying before about there's a little delay between homing attacks, it's not as bad there as I remember.
That was incredible.
You go through a city, loading screen, repeat. That's kind of a lot of what's going on here. There's a lot of loading screens, and we have this whole big city because they're like, well, what if we, what if we had you talk to NPCs and stuff like that? Yeah, it's definitely a lot slower in other games, but like when I was in the level, what was it, Wave Ocean or whatever, the first level, it seemed like it was going a lot slower even than it actually was, and I think that maybe I was just imagining shit. Anyway, it's time to go get another game over in snowboarding level.
There's a secret room here. Let's hurry to the...
Yeah, there's definitely,
Press and hold the X button as long
there's
as
some
you can.
quite noticeable, slowdown on the PS3 here relative to, how fast the game is supposed to be going in certain areas. But also there's just places where the snowboard controls, well, in addition to the fact that you turn like you do anywhere else in the game, sometimes your forward momentum just gets absolutely killed horribly, and that's the worst part of this one anyway. Speaking of momentum getting killed, I think all my vertical momentum appeared there. Well, at least the timer doesn't get any new problems introduced to. Wow, I got comboed by those boulders here. Are those boulders moving in a set pattern or not? There's the big one just waiting for me. Fucking hell, that... I don't know what happened there. That was just real strange. Let me get past these properly. There we go. Let's at least start... camera... momentum? Sonic? Are you... Wow, okay. Nice controls by that. I mean, I couldn't do anything there. And believe you me, I was trying. There's definitely times like that where I really wish I had input displays for any of my hardware. I say that all the time because it's true. Okay. So this part, I have to hold down on the stick in order to go forward. It switched controls on me. Like, I was doing fine before, and it turns out that the problem is just, oh hey, by the way, the camera flipped on you. Also, I have to do an actual jump. Unfortunately, like, doing real jumps on this is not necessarily the nicest thing in the world, to say the least. Yeah, jumping in the snowboard sections is just kind of a pretty big no-go for us. A snow-go, if you will. There was a level... I made the Crash Bandicoot comparison earlier. There was a level in Crash Bandicoot in Crash 2, I believe, where you were being chased by a giant snowball, right? Or am I just mixing up multiple Crash Bandicoot chase levels? pause for a second. I know that there's a snowboard section in Crash 4 in a level called Bears Repeating, which, by the way, I love that it's called Bears Repeating because I just think of several meme images with the phrase bears repeating, and it's just repeating bears. I'm very easily amused by these sorts of things. Okay, so these...
This is a pretty cool place.
Oh, I thought he said pretty cool place, and I was gonna be really upset at him for... Sonic, you're too young to be a dad. Even in 06, that would have been 15. The franchise would have been 15 years old. Okay, so we've got these laser walls going on. I'm assuming we just really don't want to be seen by the spotlights. And we search for a switch, maybe? Or do we have to go back and kill all the enemies? Or do we have to get seen and destroy these dudes? And end up with a really obnoxious siren horn in our ears. Or is it as simple as going up? It's a stealth section. Ah, of course it is. Stealth in a Sonic game. Smart ass who came up with that idea. Okay, so that... Gotcha. Like, these are things I understand. The spike things going up and down. Okay, yeah, I did notice to kick the ice. It's, that... I'm like, did I try to do that before and it failed? Or not? Oh boy, good old dummy lag bomb there. Bye, Sonic. Shit on a shingle, that's right. The camera controls are not inverted, aren't they? Was that an option thing that I saw and then I didn't change? Probably was. I didn't try to do anything to the ice in the ground. Okay, so disregard what I was gonna say, because it's clearly not accurate. Game has no options other than volume. Okay. Glad to see that my memory of not seeing a camera inverter, because... yeah, I'm holding up. I just hit up in order to scroll up there, and... I don't know when the inverted camera thing just became, like, the way that we normally do things, but... It is now, and so... Doing it the other way feels really messed. Oh right, Tails can drop bombs when he's in flight mode. Probably try to not get seen. Oh, that was just for a silver medal. Alright, so there's a hole in the floor. Yeah, I figured that it's probably because they were just like, well, we really want to get this out very quickly, you know. Strike while the iron is hot for that new console and everything, and that was such a good idea. Okay, yeah, they know I'm here. Oh, Jesus. That was for a different set of spotlights. I need to get to a place where I can actually, like, fight anything here if I'm going to do this, because this snowballed pretty spectacularly, and I'm not saying that as a joke because of the setting we're in. Tails, I should probably get you to a place where you're standing straight, otherwise you're getting that little bit of the thingy in the jittering camera, and it looks terrible. Oh, neat. I got a better look at the fact that it's like multiple hits there. Also, hey, there's all the enemies popping in with little puffs. I was gonna make a Kingdom Hearts joke again, but I feel like I've done that enough times about Elise's design that someone's gonna get sick of it. And I know that making fun of this game is not exactly gonna like win me any haters or anything, but I think there might be some things that sort of wear on people a little bit. Oh boy. And that's why that meme persisted for so long. Nowadays the PS3 is old hat, so nobody cares. Oh, well, I blew up the missile on that. I want that thing out of my eyes because it's just murderously bright. Alright. We're over here for a second. Oh. Okay, so it's as simple as just hitting the switch. Alright. Get up there.
I'll take it from here.
Yeah, you do that, Sonic. I didn't make that into a complete shit carnival or anything. Switch. Oh, it's probably some other way, yeah. Yeah, they're expanding upon the concept or something like that. Or is it just now, like, just sort of a regular thing, I guess? Oh, that tower disappeared out from under me. Nice. Well, at least I don't have to go that way, so there's that. Okay, no, I see where I gotta go. That was just me playing the fool a little bit there for a second. Oh. Yeah, and that again was me assuming, oh hey, this gigantic gap, this is definitely the way I have to go very directly, right? Always trying to make this more frustrating for myself than it needs to be, which, to be fair, when you take a look at anything in this game, you just kind of instinctually do go for whichever way is going to be more of a pain in the ass, because you start to feel like that was the developer's intention after a while, and there was a tiny little gap there that I thought I would clear from running, but apparently not so much. Oh, the end of the level is just right there. That... Wow. Incredible. Oh, that was me, Getting a little bit... Yeah, it really was right there. Well, it's a good thing that I'm not, like, trying to push for super high ranks in all these levels, because otherwise that'd be pretty shameful. It's enough to get through the game, really.
You're late. Well, we had to deal with your little pets.
Where's Elise?
My, aren't we impatient?
Sonic!
You better not move.
This thing sticking out of his coat looked
The chaos.
ridiculously huge, all considered. Oh, is that what that was earlier?
Place it there.
Could at least flipped it over, Sonic. I don't know why it'd be useful, but...
Huh? What?
No!
Knuckles, please.
It's no use.
It's no use! Oh, sorry.
It's too powerful for you to overcome. Now, allow me to introduce you to my latest creation. This is the Solaris prototype.
Oh, I thought it was the Bio-Lizard version, too. Or something.
With this machine, I'll be able to control the flow of time itself.
Why does he keep trying to do this so often?
Rest assured, they're not dead. Yet. They've just been teleported by my glorious invention to another time. Who knows where they'll end up? It could be in the distant past or far future. But my machine still requires some fine-tuning. In fact, what my machine needs in order to be complete is your power.
My power?
Yes, I can finally complete my plans, now that I have the Chaos Emeralds and you. The Princess of Soliana. That's all I need to revive the flames of disaster. And with its power, I will be able to control everything and rule the world.
I would assume that Eggman would take that time control thing and just be like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking take Sonic out when he's not looking at some point. You know, because clearly he can. Surely he'll be able to double team Sonic in the middle of that Sonic CD boss fight or something, right? Final boss fight, rather. I've played Sonic CD. Of course I have, because Sonic CD is a good game, in my opinion. But yeah, like just this control over time thing just keeps coming back up as a thing, because we've got
Where are we?
CD, we've got Sonic 06, we've got Sonic Generations,
Oh, look who's here. I didn't
we got
expect to
Sonic
see you
Mania
guys.
as another
Rouge!
place where
Shadow!
Sonic being able,
Hi.
or
Long time
where
no
Eggman
see.
being able to do time stuff is a thing. So it's just like, Yeah, so at this point, sure, but I don't know. I think it's very strange to see it as a
This
repeated
is a distant
motif so
future,
much.
far removed from our own timeline.
The future? Then that means Eggman's machine can control time!
Eggman's got some nerve dropping us here.
Now, how can we get back to our own time?
You need a space-time rift, but this requires a lot of energy.
Oh boy, it's time to go scavenge for some AA batteries.
I see. You mean using your chaos control will... Yes, but that alone is insufficient.
I mean, yeah, true.
Okay, Shadow.
Fair enough.
It looks like we need to work together.
Oh boy, we're getting right into it, huh? Time is it? I've been streaming for about 3 hours. I'm probably gonna just call it here. As much as I can't wait to get into Loading Zones Ahoy, Crisis City. So yeah, this is gonna be the thing. Yeah, let me just hit that stop recording. Oh boy, oh good. I'm glad that's a thing to look forward to next time.